nurse over 50 who's been researching what else you could do beyond nursing, and instead of feeling excited, you feel completely overwhelmed, you're not alone. The problem isn't that there aren't enough opportunities anymore. The problem is that there are so many, it's hard to know which one is actually right for you. Maybe you've looked at remote nursing. Maybe you've looked at coaching, or YouTube, affiliate marketing, or a dozen other ideas. And every time you think you've found the answer, you watch another video, you read another article, listen to another person who says their way is the best way. And instead of feeling closer to making a decision, you feel more confused than when you started. I know that feeling all too well because I've been there. For years, I thought if I could just find the right opportunity, everything would finally fall into place. But I eventually realized I wasn't asking the right question, because your nursing license doesn't determine your second act. Choose the kind of work you can honestly see yourself still loving 5 years from now. That one shift changed everything for me. And today I want to help you start asking yourself the right questions too, because I don't want you spending years chasing opportunities that look good on paper only to discover that they were never the right fit for you. Here's what I think is happening. Every time you open YouTube or Facebook or Google, someone else is telling you they found the answer. One person says remote nursing, another says affiliate marketing, someone else says YouTube, and before you know it, you're wondering which one you're supposed to choose. Before long, you've got browser tabs open everywhere, a notebook full of ideas, and somehow you feel even farther away from making a decision. Can I tell you something? I don't think you need more ideas. I think you need fewer, because the more directions you look, the harder it becomes to move in any direction at all. That's exactly where I found myself. Every new opportunity looked exciting until another one came along. And I kept wondering, what if that's the better choice? That kept me stuck for a long time, not because I wasn't willing to work, not because I wasn't capable, but because I was afraid of choosing the wrong thing. And maybe you felt that way too. Maybe you're thinking, what if I spend months building something only to realize it wasn't the right fit? That's a real fear. And honestly, it's one I hear over and over from nurses. And if that's where you are right now, that's exactly why I started my Nurse Second Act Insider List. Every week, I send one simple email designed to help you cut through the noise, think more clearly, and take one small step toward building freedom beyond nursing. No hype, no pressure, just practical encouragement from someone who's been exactly where you are. I'll leave the link below if you'd like to click on that, because I don't want you trying to figure all of this out by yourself. For a long time, I was asking all the wrong questions. I kept thinking, which one could replace my nursing income the fastest? Which one has the biggest income potential? And if I'm being honest, what's the logical next step since I'm a nurse? That's actually why I spent years trying to make health coaching work. On paper, it made perfect sense. I was a nurse. I loved helping people. So I thought, well, this must be what I'm supposed to do. And don't get me wrong, I am so grateful for those years. I learned so much about myself, but over time I realized something. I wasn't choosing based on who I was. I was choosing based on what seemed logical, what other people were doing, and what I thought I should do. The truth is, I love helping people, but I also discovered something about myself. I'm an introvert. I love teaching, I love encouraging, I love creating. I also enjoy sitting down with a cup of coffee and working on something that helps someone I'll probably never meet. But spending hours every week doing one-on-one coaching, that didn't energize me. Sometimes it drained me. And for the longest time, I couldn't figure out why. I remember thinking, I love people, so why does one-on-one work leave me exhausted? Then it finally clicked. It wasn't that I had chosen the wrong mission. I had chosen the wrong vehicle. There is absolutely nothing wrong with coaching. In fact, I still love helping people one-on-one when it's the right situation. But I realized I didn't want a business built around spending all day on Zoom calls. I wanted to create, to teach, encourage, and build something that could help more people while giving me the flexibility I was looking for. That's a much better fit for who I am. And that's when everything changed. Instead of asking which opportunity makes the most money or which one makes the most sense because I'm a nurse, I started asking, can I honestly see myself still loving this 5 years from now? That one question changed everything. Because your nursing license doesn't determine your second act. Choose the kind of work you can honestly see yourself still enjoying 5 years from now. I wish someone had challenged me to think that way years ago. It would have saved me so much time and so much frustration. And maybe that's exactly what you needed to hear today. So if you're sitting there wondering, Kristy, how do I actually figure out what's right for me? I want to share 3 questions that I wish someone had asked me years ago. Question number 1, does this fit my personality? Not someone else's personality, yours. Do you love creating? Do you love teaching? How about writing? Or do you come alive talking with people all day? None of those answers are right or wrong. They're just different. And the better you know yourself, the better decisions you'll make. For me, I realized I loved creating. I loved teaching, making videos like this. That gave me a clue about the direction I needed to keep exploring. Not because YouTube is right for everyone, because it was starting to feel like the right fit for me. Question number 2, can I honestly see myself still enjoying this 5 years from now? Because here's the truth. Building anything worthwhile takes time. If you're already dreading the work before you've even started, it's probably not the right fit. And question number 3, does this move me closer to the life I actually want? Because this isn't just about replacing your nursing income. It's about creating more freedom, more flexibility, maybe more time with your family, traveling more, or having the option to cut back your nursing hours instead of feeling like you have to work full-time forever. Whatever your reason is, keep that picture in front of you. Because when you know the kind of life you're trying to build, choosing becomes so much easier. You don't have to have your entire future figured out today. You just need enough clarity to take your next step. Because underneath all of this, you're not really trying to choose a business. You're trying to build a future you won't regret. And I think that's a question worth taking the time to answer well. And I'll leave you with one final thought. If you're waiting until you have your entire future figured out before you take the first step, you're probably going to be waiting a very long time. That's exactly what I did. I kept thinking, once I know the perfect path, then I'll move. But here's what I've learned. Clarity doesn't usually come before you start. It comes because you start. One small step, one lesson, one decision at a time. So if you're feeling overwhelmed today, please don't walk away thinking you have to have everything figured out the next 10 years this week, because you don't. Maybe your only job right now is to understand yourself a little bit better than you did yesterday. Because once you know what gives you energy, what drains you, and what kind of life you're actually trying to build, the decisions become so much clearer. And that's exactly why I created my Nurse Second Act Insider List. Every week, I send one practical email to help you cut through the noise, think differently about what's possible beyond nursing, and take one small step toward building a future that actually fits who you are. No hype, no pressure, just honest conversations, encouragement, and ideas you can actually use. If that sounds like something that would help you, I'll leave the link below. And if you're a nurse over 50 who's looking for more freedom, more flexibility, and more options for your future, I hope you'll stay with me, because that's exactly what we're building here. And remember, your nursing license doesn't determine your second act. Choose the kind of work you can honestly see yourself still loving 5 years from now. I'll see you in the next video.